Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. Looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Hey, middle.
Lamar now from the gun. He's going deep. This is caught inside the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Justin Tucker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And his first pass falls incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hip, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hip.
2nd and 10 now. Roman Wilson reels it in. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Desmond King up to make the tackle. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. 3rd and 4 coming up now. It's the first carry for the Auburn rookie.
That's got to be so frustrating for you when you're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Another try following the sack. Catch made by Mitchell. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Jackson now on third. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Jukes out a one-stop. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Henry with the first and still going. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pull out in front further, 13-zip. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. This ball's caught by Pickens. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he'll be touched down after a big play.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got a home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, we did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Man in motion here. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That throw finds Pickens. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Hey, Ozzie!
This is Henry on 2nd. Still finding room past the 45. 20, 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their early lead to 13. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Tucker on for the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Completed here to Pickens. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Steelers 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Pass play on 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. They're going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
That extra half second, Kate, that's it. You know, we talk about timing in the passing game all the time, the precision. It's the same thing with the drop. If you have too long of a delay, you give a D-tackle like that a chance to get home and make a play.
And no one had a shot at that. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Real quick, baby. Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
Lamar out of the pistol. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down the distance.
Trying again, following the sack. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Nate Wiggins has got it. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Plowing up the middle. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's the Ravens flying to an early lead. Back to the bank in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They have it 2nd and 4. From the 36. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing from the gun. Into the hands of Pat Freiermuth. And they get this down to the 28. They'll get 18 yards there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one...
Oh, brother, it's another interception! And the Ravens are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
What a shot! No, we changed it.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Flush down now to his left. He's running with it. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Yo. Hey.
On first down, Jackson escapes the pocket. Launching deep down the right. Wide open down the field, and he has it! A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
Hey, middle.
Give to Henry on the inside handoff. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens grow their lead yet again. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Here's a give up the middle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Roll. And go.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That's Odafe Owe with a stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Setting up the running back screen. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Pass play coming here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. He's going to throw this one. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give right side to Henry. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. There on the stop, Larry Ogunjobi. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On 2nd down, here's Henry again. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. That stop made by T.J. Watt. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Ravens in possession. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running once more with Henry. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go back to Henry. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Another run for Henry. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. They'll run here following the penalty. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens tack on 7 more to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
The give here on 2nd. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. That's brought in by Miller. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Let's go.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
19 tight.
They go play action on first. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Ravens get it as he makes his 3rd interception in this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one's caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Lamar now from the gun. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throwing it just before halftime. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Rolled the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Give now to the running back. It's a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Back-to-back carries here. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers first down. They'll run it for the first time with Jaylen Warren. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Lavonte David, like so many times in his career, making that tackle. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Pass play now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Now Boswell on to send this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Jackson throwing here. He put everything he had into this. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
On 1st down, Warren. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Big gain, 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, Warren. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Tight end going in motion here. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Report!
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Hey, report! Hey, officer!
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They run it with King Henry. Juke the defender. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Changing it up here, Jackson. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens continue adding on to that lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Warren. We'll have him gain about a handful there. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Let's go! Go!
Here's 2nd and 5. That throw finds Pickens. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. The Steelers have possession, but this game, pretty one-sided as we start the 4th. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go now!
They'll go again with Warren. He's out in the clear. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that run very short, only getting to the 27. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Well, the win may be lost, but their effort certainly isn't. They're going to try to get this one back after the score. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point of the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
It's on.
Running once more with Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. Will not be denied. Touchdown. The Ravens keep running away with this. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker adds the PAT. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Warren once more. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
This ball's caught by Pickens. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Warren here from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. from the 48. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Ravens take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. It's a new set of downs for them at the 32. First down, here's Lamar. Trying for the deep ball. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes.
Intercepted by the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. They get it right back. That's intercepted. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Escapes out to the left. Into the hands of Walker. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand.
And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Ravens throwing 6 more on the blowout. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Steelers just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Warren running between the tackles. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. They're throwing it. Catch made by Austin. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Back to throw. Austin's there to haul it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with the touchdown. The Steelers putting up points in a game decided. George Pickens the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers cut into the lead by another point. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
It's not. 13. Out.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He's going deep this time. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's trying another one deep. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
180. Ready, shot.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.